यूएई एक ऐसी जगह है जहां पे एट एनी गिवन पॉइंट इन टाइम कोई ना कोई इंटरेस्टिंग इवेंट जरूर हो रहा होता है एंड ऑफ कोर्स वी आर ऑलवेज देयर टू मेक श्योर यू डोंट मिस एनी ऑफ इट। नमस्ते, सलाम, सत श्री अकाल, मैं हूं शामिली एंड यू आर वाचिंग जी कनेक्ट सीजन 5। करते हैं शुरुआत बाय चेकिंग व्हाट्स ट्रेंडिंग ऑन द सोशल मीडिया इन आवर सेक्शन व्हाट्स बजिंग।
Following the birth of his daughter, Mark Zuckerberg and his wife Priscilla Chan have decided to give away 99% shares worth $45 million they own in Facebook for charity that will focus on human potential and equality. The post got over 570,000 likes, including singer Shakira and former California Governor Arnold Schwarzenegger and Melinda Gates among the high-profile people who appreciated this endeavor. When friends decide to pull your leg, they will leave no stone unturned. Ranveer Singh and Ayushmann Khurrana got together to make this hilarious video to call their dear friend Arjun Kapoor back home in India. Ranveer Singh also tweeted with a prompt response from Arjun Kapoor. Let's take a look at the dub smash video.
The leading brand in women's beauty care, Scholl, recently launched one of its latest products at a very interesting location. Well, this was at Dubai World Islands, and of course, Zee Connect traveled all the way to get you this story right here.
So here you're basically on the Scholl Island, and we're here to celebrate the launch of the new Velvet Smooth Pedi Express with diamond. So basically Velvet Smooth gives super soft foot in just one switch. So you can remove dry skin, hard skin on your feet effortlessly. It's very easy to use, very safe to use. And now we have added diamond crystals on the extra course, so you have even more smooth feet.
The product's amazing. It feels really good. It leaves your feet so smooth, and especially if you don't have time for pedicures and doing all that stuff, you know, you can just use it on the go. It's really amazing.
Well, if you want to find out about the Short Film Festival, the Whizkid event and a host of other exciting events, you've got to be a little patient. All of it lined up right out of this short break on Zee Connect. Thank you for joining us on Zee Connect once again. Well, the Short Film Festival was held at Vox Cinemas Deira City Centre by Social City, where 45 movies from around the world were received. 9 of them got shortlisted and 1 of them went ahead to be the winner. But I'm really happy with the results here because most of the entries that won the awards were Indian entries. Well, let's go ahead and have a look at the fest.
Actually, we have curated this festival to give a taste to the UAE audience about short films. We are screening today about 9 short films where we have got these movies from different genres, from different continents as well. And in 9 movies, you'll actually be able to see storytelling method of so many different filmmakers. And that's one unique experience created for the audience, specifically for the UAE audience. The criteria was very simple. We just told them that the movie has to be new. It has to be about 18 to 24 months in making, and it has to be in English. If not, then it has to have subtitles in English. And the other thing is that it has to be, within 15 minutes, because our unique point about the Short Film Fest is it has to be within 15 minutes.
So I was very honoured to be asked to judge. I was here as a spectator last year and I really enjoyed it. So I'm just looking forward to seeing what kind of films come up this year.
I think what's beautiful about a platform like this is it's a community platform. It's been created by a bunch of artists, for artists to come. I would say it's a double-edged sword. The good part is you're among peers and you're competing amongst them, which means you're sort of learning from each other. The bad part is you're among peers and there's no one outside that's coming in and trying to take your crown away. But I guess more and more of these platforms, and inshallah the winners of these will probably end up reaching DIFF, reaching Cannes one day, who knows.
सोचा शायद सैर कुछ फायदेमंद साबित हो। मेरी आमद से बेखबर एक शख्स वहां तमंचे को पुरजोर नुमाइश पर लगाए बैठे थे। मुझे देख उनको उसे छुपाने का ख्याल आया।
So the things like that, it will help everyone, not just the local people and the international people, because always they have a passion of cinema. So if you support them with even the small part, it will affect them in the future definitely.
It seems very good. I saw a few trailers and they were from different nationalities. So I think that represents the UAE that way. So for me as Filmfare Middle East, I think we support cinema. Independent cinema is one of our pillars. So I'm very happy to be here to watch more films like these.
Mainly it's about the concept. So when you basically choose the concept, it has to be something which should be touching to you. So whether it's like a humor or it's a horror movie or it's a emotional stuff, you should like the concept before you go on floor and start shooting it, you know. So I think concept is the most important part of it.
The event Whizkid is an endeavour by Big Idea to bring budding talent to the forefront. School children are motivated and provided a platform to showcase their talent. While held at Knowledge Village, we bring you the story right here.
This is the 5th year of Whizkid, and when I started, all the schools and the parents, they were very happy that something new has come, and every year it is growing. This year 5,500 students they participated, and today we are having the award ceremony, and we can see the happy face of parents and the children.
I won in the Rising Stars category and I feel really happy. This is my second time with Big Idea, and Big Idea has provided me many opportunities to express my talents in ways I couldn't imagine, including the science, like the skills, analytical skills, and including various musical competitions like the engagement thing. It was very good. I mean, Big Idea is really great in all of this. I have no words to say. Last year I had presented creative writing. The topic was Live and Let Live, a poem. So it was appreciated and my poem was selected as the winner. So this year the topic was Presence and Absence. So I had written a poem and now they've selected me as a winner. So I feel very happy about this.
It feels very great and happy to having won this award. It's a great recognition too for it adds to my accolades. I've also won the Sheikh Hamdan Award and the Sharjah Excellence Award and some environmental awards too. So I've been carrying out a lot of environmental activities under my organization Green Globe. It's a youth, environmental and humanitarian organization. we've been doing a lot of activities like awareness campaigns in labor camps, malls, shops, etc. We do also organize many competitions like this too.
We were the winners in Whizkid, like for painting and also in story writing competition. We're young budding artists and we gave many exhibitions in UAE and also gave an exhibition in London. And we want to save the endangered species like elephants and rhinos through our artworks. And we want to give awareness to the world through our artwork. We got several exhibitions, and in our exhibitions, a lot of international artists came and they appreciated our artworks.
Well, the weather is getting better by the day और ऐसे सुहाने मौसम में गजल सुनने का मजा ही कुछ और है. Well, on that note, गजल singer Pankaj Udhas was in the city and we got a chance to have a little chat with him.
चिट्ठी आई है, चिट्ठी आई है, चिट्ठी आई है वतन से, चिट्ठी आई है, बड़े दिनों के बाद हम बेवतनों को याद वतन की मिट्टी आई है, चिट्ठी आई है, चिट्ठी आई है. From my childhood I was exposed to ghazal because I grew up in the radio generation. I'm from the radio generation because when I was young, when I was growing up, the only source of music was radio. And in those days, radio used to play a lot of Begum Akhtar. So I think from there I got inspired. And then at a later stage, I met a teacher, an Urdu teacher who used to teach Urdu to my elder brother. So I guess I literally fell in love with the language. So I think these two elements, Begum Akhtar and the Urdu language, I think drew me towards ghazals, and that's how I started singing ghazals. Well, this concert is, I think, is something which I'm really looking forward to because I'm celebrating 35 years of my musical journey, and Dubai has been an integral part of my musical journey because I've been coming to Dubai for 32, 33 years now. So obviously, Dubai has played a very big role in popularizing my music, in giving me a platform. So it's wonderful to be here at the time of the National Day, and you know, it's such a patriotic, such a wonderful time. Dubai is really a wonderful place, and I think I'm really looking forward to this concert. I'm really excited, and I hope to sing some of my favorites, some of the audience favorites, and I'm sure I want to make this a memorable concert.
Well, while we take a short break, we'd like to remind you of a very useful gadget called the mobile phone. Go ahead, check your emails and messages, and we'll be back in a bit, only on Zee Connect. The Asian Business Leadership Forum is back, and just like last year, it went ahead to celebrate the worthy Asian business leaders along with their innovative thinking. Let's take you to Armani Hotel, Burj Khalifa. The world that we are entering is moving towards a more liquid one. That is, companies that are embracing change and adaptability in a more fluid form are the ones that are finding their road to success. Well, welcome to Asian Business Leadership Forum 2015, and this is the theme this year, disruptive innovation. Well, let's go and speak to some of the game changers and find out what they think about it.
I see plenty of ladies in the audience. This is probably one of my favorite topics. Next to energy is women empowerment, and we have plenty to talk about. And again, women empowerment, no matter what gender you are, it's probably the most important. And as we heard from His Highness this morning saying, it was that women are an indispensable force in the world. And I know I have a panel here who will agree with that. And we'll make sure by the time you're all leaving today that you will all be signing up to that as well. So thank you all very much for joining us. Dr. Shashi, I'd like to join to start this conversation off with you. And when we look at women's empowerment, surely it all starts it starts from the cradle and it should continue to the grave without a doubt. But the key issue once it starts there is education. And what is being done, and is enough being done, to make sure that actually women empowerment for both men and women is, part of the education curriculum, so that the awareness is there, and so that we actually are not sitting here in 20 years talking about this.
Absolutely. Is this audible? Yeah. Well, in fact, the very first thing to talk about is basic education for women. And this is simply not just common sense. I mean, it is common sense. Mahatma Gandhi used to say that if you educate a boy, it's a good thing you educate a person. But if you educate a girl, you actually educate an entire family and transform the community. But beyond that, it's also true, there have been study after study, the World Bank, Oxfam, Yale University. I've myself seen 7 or 8 different studies that have established that just giving women 5 years of education can transform lives.
Well, Doctor, the theme today has been disruptive innovation. How do you think you can use that, or how do you think the progress has been in the family development sector?
Thank you very much for that question. And I think where the panelists were talking, many thoughts came to my mind regarding real implementation to the terms in real life.
Well, there was a very valid point inside about how younger generation thinks differently, and that should be encouraged. Do you see that in practice happening?
It's very I'm really overwhelmed with the younger generation now. With a finger, they can 3 years old child can go through the iPad to the whole world and Google anything they want or play with the smart applications. Here I find a big and broad gap between parents and their children.
So today we are speaking about disruptive innovation. How do you think India falls into place in this whole spectrum?
India is doing very well. In fact, already in the world of frugal innovation, we are the leaders. If you Google the words frugal innovation, the first 20 hits will all be of Indian innovations. And they vary from the world's cheapest electrocardiogram to the world's cheapest water filter, the world's cheapest insulin injection, so biotechnology, engineering, all sorts of areas. And even for that matter, the world's cheapest small car, the Nano. So we've got that going for us, and that's a strength. But I think it's not disruptive enough. We need to be going back to the days when we were a society that invented things that nobody has thought of, rather than merely a society that is taking things that others have already invented and stripping them down for our purposes. To my mind, that's not disruptive enough.
Well, in the 90s, they said all the innovation has taken place. And then in 2000, they said all the innovation has taken place. Yes. But the lifespan of technology has changed. Right. In the 70s, the lifespan of technology was very large. Today, the lifespan of technology having shrunk, we tend to see this change as disruptive. Right. So that's what's the big change which is taking place.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much. It was a pleasure, sir.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Well, I think we're not disrupting enough. The 1991 reforms did create some disruption, as a result of which new entrepreneurial class rose in India. In fact, if you look at the top 10 business houses in India today, 7 or 8 of them are post-1991 houses, and the old ones fell by the wayside. But in recent years, we have not been disruptive enough. We should encourage disruption, both in laws, models, systems, so that new energy, new thoughts, new creative ideas can accelerate growth.
Well, Malini, congratulations once again. You've done it this year. We were here last year as well. Amazing, amazing concept. Tell us, what did you do differently this year?
I just think that the event has built so much equity, and now in its 6th year, everybody knows what to expect, and the quality of the leadership just keeps getting better and better. As you can see, now we've got China into the conversation, Turkey into the conversation. So hopefully we will have all 52 nations participating soon. But right now we are at 25, as you noticed this year. So I think the difference is that it's just growing, and we're growing organically. I'm especially happy with the level of speakers at the forum, if you noticed, and a subject of technology and disruptive innovation in the 21st century. I think that was like spot on.
Paul, tell us a little bit about the theme that you have this year, Disruptive Innovation at ABLF. Tell us about that.
Well, disruptive innovation's been with us for centuries, but the pace of change now has never been more intense. And the idea, I think, is that before it's been about things and stuff and objects, but now it's about processes and people. And what we're seeing now, technology is so powerful, it's able to change almost everything we do every day. And there are plenty of examples in the hotel, tourism and travel industry that are being significantly disrupted by new technology, and I believe that's coming to the airport sector soon as well.
Well, all of them believe that you should definitely encourage non-linear thinking and deviant ideas. So if you come across someone who has some crazy sounding ideas, well, don't sign him off just yet, because that might be the next big thing that the world is looking for. Well, this is Shamali signing off from Asian Business Leadership Forum 2015. Well, that is all for this week's episode of Zee Connect. Do write in to us with your feedback on our Facebook page or on our Twitter page. And in case you happen to miss any of our previous episodes, worry not. Just log on to YouTube and write in Zee Connect Season 5 and voila, we'll be right there. Well, I'll see you next week, same time, same place, only on Zee Connect Season 5. This is Shamali saying goodbye.